Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Louisa and you're watching the ceaseless search for the lost nothing, an immigrant life. Welcome back. From the previous episode we were talking about my book and introducing the journey that is an immigrant's life for the ceaseless search for the lost nothing. This is a title of the book, as I said in episode 1, that I wrote and is going to be published. So when I left Kenya, I thought I was just moving countries. It was nothing to it. I just thought I was moving from one country to another to start a life, to go to school, to study, and everything was going to be hunky-dory, I didn't know I was moving in another country in order to lose myself and eventually find myself. So I was about this journey of moving from Kenya to Canada was a journey where I was about to lose myself and eventually finding myself to where I am right now. Nobody really tells you that immigration is not just about a change of place, like moving from one country to another. It's 100% just changing you. You're changing who you are. It's not, you'll still be you, but you will change enormously. You will not be the same person. So this is what I say: you think you're really changing your life, just moving countries, chasing a better life, but you really end up rebuilding your entire identity. It's not just about you changing your life. You're rebuilding who you are from the ground down to up. So you're changing your whole identity. That's what I say. From the way you speak to the way you think and to the way you see yourself. Everything changes. If you're an immigrant, I know you agree. From the way you speak to the way you move, everything in you just changes. So in this episode, I want to talk about that drastic change, that gradual or drastic change, whatever you want to call it. So we're going to talk about the person I was, the woman I've become, and the version of me that I'm still becoming. I know you agree. I know if you're an immigrant, you have gone through these stages and you know what I'm talking about. So let's dive in. When I first came to Canada, I really wanted to fit in. I used to practice my English in front of the TV so that we speak English in my country, like regular British English, but I wanted to practice my English so that I can at least fit in and speak so that they can understand. If you know how the difference between how Kenyans speak and how Americans speak, like here in Canada and America, it's totally different. You can hear it from my accent. It's changing a little bit, not too much, but for them to understand you, you have to speak like them. It's not something that people want to change their accent, but it just happens because you need to do it. So I really struggled with that, and I really needed to, let's say, just fit into that and speak like them so that they can understand me and not say every time, "Pardon me, I'm sorry, this and that." I wanted them to understand me, okay? So in the process of me trying to fit in and do all these things, I started losing pieces of myself. I started losing who I truly was. I started losing the Louisa that was just Louisa before starting to change the little bits and pieces about herself. I used to dance a lot when I was in Kenya, go out, have fun, meet friends. Every weekend there was something to do. I stopped, after a while, I just stopped dancing the way I used to. I love dancing and I just stopped. I stopped laughing loud. Well, I enjoy myself too much and I laugh. I don't laugh silently. I laugh really loud. And that I tried to stop myself from being who I was and started to laugh different. So I stopped laughing too loud. But that was me. That is still me. For some reason, I even started stopping being bold, because that is who I am. I'm very bold. I'm very confident. And when I came here, I started those little things. I started reducing my boldness. I started reducing my eagerness, my way of being, my confidence, because I thought in this new country, that is the way to survive. For me to survive, I need to like lower myself, reduce myself to something or someone that I didn't know. But that is not it. With all these things, I noticed one thing, that I was changing. I changed. All of a sudden, I looked myself in the mirror and I was like, yep, Louisa, you've changed. This is not you. You have completely changed. Who you are, who you were, and who you are becoming. Something like my walk was different. My energy was different. My silence was louder. Me, Louisa, my silence was louder. And that's when I realized I really have changed. But you know what? That wasn't really a bad thing at all. It was growth, painful, necessary. I needed it. And it was quiet growth. I really needed it. And it had to happen. That was me becoming the other version of me, to evolve. That was the growth that taught me I can survive anywhere. That this is the me that I was growing up to be, to survive anywhere, to be whoever I wanted to be. That I can be new, I can change everything about myself, but I can still be me. The fact that I recognize that version of me who was this kind in Kenya changed to this person in Canada is valid reason to know I didn't lose myself. I was just evolving. It was a process of growth, and that was me evolving. So becoming someone new in a foreign land is what I want to talk about today, and at least you want to realize at what moment you became that other person. It's not a bad thing to evolve and change, because that shows you're growing and evolving into another person. And that's what immigration as a whole lets us know. So when you move to another country, honestly, life does not just sit and wait for you to catch up. It does not wait for you to find your momentum. It does not wait for you to settle down. It does not wait for you to at least be complacent with the place so that you can survive and understand what's going on in this country. Time does not wait for you. It moves. And you, as an immigrant, a new person, you have to move with it. You really have to survive on your own. You cry on your own. You eat by yourself. Loneliness becomes part of you. You learn how to be alone. You learn how to make friends, because when you are in your country, you are a little child. You grow up with people who became your friends. It was not difficult to make friends, but in this new country that you're in, you learn to make friends again. You become stronger. You become sharper. You start understanding money, time, and value in a new way. You also learn how to make peace with not having everything figured out all at the same time. Sometimes that version of you feels lonely, but she is powerful. You know that? She is powerful. She is growing to be somebody who she can depend on, because unlike being at home and growing from a baby with your parents and everything, you're start in that other country, you're starting from scratch. You're growing yourself from the ground zero up. And as I'm saying, that's what I became. A woman who could stand alone. A woman who didn't break when life became heavy. A woman who could survive even when no one was clapping for. That's who I was. That's who I became. And moving to another country means you outgrow a lot of things from your home country. You start outgrowing people you once loved, people you once knew. You outgrow old dreams that used to excite you, because listen, I was excited to come to Canada to become a chef, to grow my career and become the best chef in the world. But that dream fizzled out the moment I when I started really living. I just outgrow it. I just outgrew it all of a sudden. I don't know how, but it just, and you even outgrow the old version of yourself. It feels strange, but things just happen. This is just part of life, especially when you're an immigrant. And you know what? I learned it's okay. It's okay for all this to happen. Sometimes I used to say that, oh my goodness, I changed so much. Whatever I came here to do, people knew I came here to be a chef, to be somebody who wants to be big, to be this and that, because I was very passionate about this thing when I was back home. But it fizzled out. It's not me anymore. And I outgrew it, not because I wanted to, but because that version of me, I left it in Kenya. When I came here, I had to become somebody different. I really had to. It's called growth. It's part of it. And you know, growth does not mean that you change for the worse. It means you change for the better. Also, it means you start loving yourself differently. I've come to realize, and that's something I should be proud of. You should be proud of if you're going through it. Whatever happens in your life, anything changed, don't bad about it. Don't feel that it didn't have to happen. Why did it happen? Don't feel like that. Be proud of yourself, because that means you're growing. It is part of growth. And without growth, we can never move. So whatever stage you're in your life as an immigrant, remember, it is part of life, and growth happens in different ways. You can leave something that we're very passionate about before, and growth makes sure that when you're moving forward, you don't still stay to become the same person. You grow to become somebody different. It's like a caterpillar. It changes its form and become something entirely different. Does not say the same. Not that caterpillar will grow the wings. It transforms into something different. I promise you, if you can't tell somebody who has never seen the transformation of a caterpillar that this thing was this thing, they will never believe you, because transformation does not mean you remain the same thing. You have to change from that form to a different form. That's transformation for me, and that you should be proud of. I'm telling you that. Pat yourself at the back, because that's growth for you, and you're growing. So for a long time, I kept quiet. I was like, people are seeing me change. People back home will see me the way I am. My accent, my English, even here, people will judge me for the way I speak, for the way I do what. It's too many things to worry about that I forget. This is me growing. I'm forgetting myself, and I'm starting to think about other people who are not part of me, who are not part of my journey. They're not. I am responsible for me. I'm not responsible for other people feelings towards me. I am not. And that I had to learn the hard way. And I'm still learning, but I'm getting there. So after a while of feeling guilty and all that, I decided, oh no, Louisa, you have to be you. The confidence in you, the boldness in you has to come back. That is you. That has always been you. You have to be confident in your change. I was changing, yes, but the confidence and boldness is what made me who I was. So with that, it has to push me to be a better person, not to make myself small. I don't want to make myself small. I don't want to make myself so scarce. No, I don't. So I started writing. I started reading a lot. I started speaking. I started engaging a lot with people. I started sharing my story right now, even if my voice will shake or will not sound right. I started sharing my story. I started coming out of my shell. I started coming out of my comfort zone, and every time I did that, I felt lighter. It felt good to share my story, to share anything about me. It felt good to shed that skin off, to shed that heavy weight on. And every time somebody else listened to my story and they said, oh my God, me too, I understand, I know, I felt that I was not alone. So it was not just me going through all this. It was me and other people. I came to realize it's not about just me. It's about the rest of us. It's about all of us. And I realized that my voice, my speech, the way I speak, the way I talk might not be perfect, but it is my story. My story might not be pretty, but it is real, and it is me. So I embraced it. I embraced who I was. I embraced who I was becoming, and it became the reality for me. And that's what matters in everything that I do. That's the only thing that mattered to me. And that's how I found my power again, by using my voice, telling my story, and relating to other people, because I realized it's not just me going through this, it's a lot of people. And relating stories to other people is what makes you as an individual whole. Sometimes I just sit down and wonder and just think of the person I have become and how far I've come. I became this person, and it took me this long to finally realize this is the real me. From that young woman who left Kenya full of dreams and full of fear, despite other people thinking I was very brave to come to a new country where there's nobody here by myself. Despite that, I was very scared, afraid even, to just step in a new country by myself, and to become this woman here. This is the new me. This is me, still growing, still dreaming, but I am wiser, stronger, and softer, and I appreciate that for myself. I realize that I'm not perfect, but I'm growing. I'm growing to become somebody that I want to be. This is the direction I want to take. Before, maybe I didn't know where I was going, but right now I recognize that this is the person that I want to become. The me that I'm creating, aware and able to know what she wants. This is the me. So as for me right now, when I look at myself, I don't just see an immigrant. I know we are immigrants, and I know this is to encourage each other as an immigrant, but don't always look at yourself as an immigrant, just that person who moved to one country to another, to this new country. I'm an immigrant and that's it. No, you're a person too. So when I look at myself, I see a woman who fought for her peace. I fought for that so hard, being peaceful and just being who I envision myself to be. Like a woman who never gave up. And I don't give up. It's not easy for me to do that. It's something that I tell myself every day that I will never do. I will never give up on myself. And I still go on and live by it. I am a woman who never gives up. And I am a woman, a prayerful woman who keeps praying to become more and more. And a woman who is still becoming the woman she prayed for. So whatever I prayed for, I'm continuing to become that woman. I pray so hard that I become a certain type of woman, and God is leading me to that direction. It's taking a bit of time, but I know God forms people a little bit, just like a mold, to the best version of themselves. So to every immigrant watching this today, I know how it feels. If you relate to anything that I've said today, I know how it feels. Don't get me wrong, I know the process of being an immigrant and the process of starting over and being a new person, the new version of you and everything. It's a long process. I know that. Ask me about it. I know it. Like to feel lost, to feel like you yourself can't recognize yourself anymore. I believe you. Trust me. Like you can't even know who the real person is. People are out there wondering, who are you, Louisa? Who is the Louisa that I knew? I know you're asking yourself too, but just know I know it. And remember, that's not you losing yourself. That's you becoming new. You are evolving and you are growing. That's you becoming you. That's you becoming the version of you, the better, the best version of yourself. I mean, it's okay to change. I want my fellow immigrants to realize this. It's okay to change. It's okay to evolve to a better person. It's okay to be different from who you were when you left home. I know other people will never recognize who you are right now, but it's okay. You're not meant to stay the same. That's at that part. I hope we're clear, and I hope you know that we are never meant to stay the same. You are meant to grow. You are meant to overcome everything, grow, and evolve. So when you sit down and start pressing and thinking, oh my God, I'm becoming somebody different, you're delaying the process. Stop delaying the process. Let it happen. You're evolving. Let the process take its course. You just grow. You just continue being you. Grow, evolve, become you. And one day you will look in the mirror and smile and say, that's her. That's me. That's the woman I have become. The woman that I've been forming. The woman that I've been creating. That's her. And don't, as I say again, don't give up. The process might be long. The journey might be hard. Everything that you do might seem like it's not adding value to anything. Remember, when the process adds up, you're not meant to see it make sense. Remember that. It cannot make sense at that exact moment. You have to go through the process so that you can see finally the end product. Okay? And finally, I started watching this show, The Chosen. I tried to watch this show a long time ago, but I couldn't watch it. I don't know why. I stopped. Maybe it wasn't the right time. I believe in timing, and I know that timing comes at the right exact moment when you need it. So I never got the chance to watch The Chosen when it just started. And just recently, like a week or two ago, I started watching that show, The Chosen. Oh my God, I'm mind blown. And I love it so much. Maybe this is the exact time that I needed to watch that show, because I am learning things that I never knew I'd learn. And something from that show, and which I want to tie it in with this episode, is that nothing good comes from Nazareth. We know that saying, that nothing good comes from Nazareth. The Romans used to say that nothing good comes from that small town. It's a small town, tiny town. Well, that's where Jesus was born, Jesus of Nazareth. He grew up there. Well, he's not born there, he's born in Bethlehem, but well, you get what I'm saying. Jesus was born and raised in Nazareth. He grew up there. It's a small town, a quiet town, a town with it was not popular. It was just a small, quiet town. You know those towns. And people kept on saying nothing good can come out of Nazareth. Guys, a whole Jesus Christ came from that place. Nobody knew at the time, but that guy came from that place. Jesus of Nazareth. Jesus came from Nazareth. The guy who creates miracles, the guy I follow, and I hope you follow. I don't know your belief, whoever is watching, but I follow Jesus. And that guy changed so much in this world, and people are still following him until now, until the day he comes back. But something, not just anything, the Son of God came from that small town. So I want to tell you that you, a tiny person sitting there and talking yourself down and telling yourself, oh, I can't do this, I can't become this, I can't do that, I can't, there all kinds and nots and don'ts, and oh my God, the negativity. Remember, something came out of Nazareth. Something. Don't look at the place that you're in. Forget about you being an immigrant in this country. It's too big. I cannot be here. Everybody's this and that. Look inward. Look into yourself. Imagine why you came to that country. Why did you go to that country? Why did you go to that beautiful country that you're in right now? Remember, that small country that you're in, that beautiful small country, or that beautiful big country, or that journey that you took out of nowhere, all that, remember, something good can come out of yourself to elevate others from that country that you're in. As an immigrant, as my fellow immigrant, as I'm telling you, being an immigrant, something good can come out of you being in that country. Don't give up yet. Keep going. It's hard. It's not easy, but keep going. Something good can come out of it. Okay? And with that, I leave you to the next episode. Let's meet the next time for This is the Search for the Lost Nothing. I hope that you are subscribed and you're following and you're liking, and put that notification bar so that you can watch out for my next episode every time. I still don't know when I'm uploading, the exact day. I will be uploading according to how the videos come out for now, but when I know the system of this YouTube channel, I will let you know. But for now, I hope you're enjoying, and I hope to see you next time on the Sizzler Search for the Lost Nothing. Again, if you know anybody who is a publisher, who's an editor, who can read through my book and tell me if it's good for publishing, if I can change anything, because I have this beautiful book that I want to share with the world. So if you're there and you can help, please let me know. Please like, subscribe, and follow. I'm your girl Louisa. See you next time on the Sizzler Search for the Lost Nothing. Ciao.